Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode with iTrack. Big shout out to everybody in the iTrack fan, man. And if this is your first time here, what we like to do is take a look at the most interesting and creepy TikToks and kind of evaluate for ourselves whether these are fact or fake. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and join the iTrack fam. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Look at that, on a cross. Look at the type of blasphemy. Look at that. They put an idol, a demon on a cross. Straight blasphemy of the Lord Jesus. Highway 61. Look at this. This is a woman leaving a man, packing her bags, leaving her husband. Look at the short dress. Look at the red bottoms. Sexual perversion, immorality. Look at the dog. It's a demon. She's following the dog, leaving her husband. Adultery. Look, on a crossroads. Look, they even put a red cross. Look at this. And look where it goes up to. Satan with a guitar in his hand. And look at that. Look what it says right there. Lucifer Express 666. You see, look, I can't make this up, bro. This is in Disney Springs where little kids walk in. This is the first thing you see. Look at the art, bro. I'm telling you, man, the devil's a liar. This is the first spot. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Are you kidding me? We didn't even go 100 feet. Look at that. That's another demon holding a child. That's a demon holding a child. A man in a coffin. Witchcraft. And like I said earlier, look at that. Look at the blasphemy. Straight blasphemy, bro. And these are all totem poles. They used to use totem poles in the Old Testament. The pagans would use totem poles for idol worship. Look at this. Look at this angel of light. A fallen angel. But as you guys can see, the totem poles. When people say, you know, you shouldn't have a Christmas tree, when they're in the book of Jeremiah, I believe, when it talks about ornaments on the tree, it was actually talking about a totem pole. This, literally. When the Lord says, do not put any ornaments, you see what I'm saying? Ornaments on a pole. They would actually put ornaments on a pole and worship it. It was witchcraft.
And millions of people stare at that every day and probably don't even think twice about it either.
You should get into a rap battle.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
I feel like that's just. I feel like those things are of the moment. Yeah, but I really do this, like, as far as writing goes, and it would have to be warranted because it would be scathing. The bars would be scathing. I can't just do it out of. I can't be the first one. You know, I'm always.
You wouldn't do it for sport ever?
Like just to call someone out?
No, like after Kendrick's thing, you wouldn't. I noticed you didn't really get into that too much. So
I just I don't know. It just wasn't real to me. It's like I saw him after that, and it was just like love. So it's like, was that real or was that just like for the people? You know what I mean?
I think it's a sparring kind of sport.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, you know, then let it be real. Then, you know, I mean, because those were harsh words, right? So it's like, you can't just say that and then see me and be like, yeah, man, what's up? Pretending like nothing ever happened. Like, that's not real. To me, that's not like the nature of battling. I mean, there's passion behind it. There's anger behind it, you know, and I personally enjoy making like great music and bodies of work over like being the talk of Twitter for like 5 days, you know, over like coming from that situation. It was unexpected, you know. I wouldn't like it's sort of like in working your way up and sort of building relationships. I wouldn't expect you to like throw all the relationships out the door for the sake of, like I said, being like the talk of the internet for 10 days. And then, you know, it's like now this like everyone's going to forget about. I mean, people.
And he said that years ago. So that lets you know the beef is real in these streets.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar got in a rap battle. Who do you think would win?
You got to go with Kendrick. I'm just saying, I think Drake is an outstanding entertainer, but Kendrick, his lyrics, his last album was outstanding.
Excellent, all right.
Best album, I think, last year.
Thanks so much for your time, Mr. President.
Hey, Barack said that so fast, I already know he's not no bandwagoner. Like, he really messes with Kendrick for real.
Okay, y'all, Brazil is experiencing one of the largest, if not the largest, flooding in its whole history. So enough with the distractions about Drake and Kendrick. We need to be talking more about this. Look at that picture above, right? You're like, oh, a road is flooded. It gets worse. Next clip. Just take a good look at how high that water is in the middle of the city. Yes, this is in Brazil, y'all, and this is happening right now. Next clip, I'm going to show you a before and after with a bridge, so you can really get a good idea of how large this flood is. Okay, so above me, you see how the bridge looks normally when the water levels are at their normal level. Right? Take a good look at this bridge. Now, next clip, I'm going to show you what it looks like after this catastrophic flooding. Boom! I mean, look, the water is above the bridge. That was a pretty high bridge. I mean, I can't even count. I have to be there to see how many feet the water has risen. That's a significant amount. This ain't no couple of inches. That's at least over 15 to 20 feet. Just my estimation. It looks absolutely devastating. Let's get to the next clip. For better reference, I put them together. The before and after. Take a good look, y'all. It's like the whole city disappeared, and all you can see is some trees and the top of some buildings. But, you know, you got people on TikTok that'll say, oh, flooding is normal. And last but not least, I mean, come on, y'all. But nah, we want to keep going back and forth and arguing about Drake and Kendrick when the climate change is coming to a city near you. Leave what you think in the comments below. This is Mother Nature or technology manipulated climate change? Just asking the question. Peace and one love.
Well, I know Dubai was flooded because of that cloud seeding, but I can't explain Brazil. Like, that's pretty wild. Those pictures are night and day. Like, that's crazy.
MK Ultra, which is the mind control program from the CIA. So you see a lot of elites use MK Ultra to control celebrities and things of this nature, and it's proven to be true. So if that can be true, where they run some mind control psyop operations on people, yeah, maybe everything else could be true as well.
Those humiliation rituals.
100%, bro. John Cena in a dress. Yeah. When he's supposed to be the most jacked stud of the world. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who does that? So yeah, 100% there's humiliation rituals and people are willing to sell themselves for a bag.
Man, if you've been watching my channel long enough, you already know that's a possibility.
In the sky, really hard to see. They're fucking just all clouds too.
I'm always bringing the people into my life. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I have to bring you guys into my life on a daily basis. Check out my view again. Once again, I should say. The Michael Jackson steps. Couple guys I know, one from South Africa, one from Kenya, but they both from Africa. Worldwide with this money made, and y'all know the rest.
Floyd said, I'm chillin'.
People don't know how lucky they are. Yeah, guys, these people are extremely lucky to be alive. So not everyone might understand why this is such a dangerous situation, so let's go over it. So for context, this video was posted to TikTok and I came across it on my For You page. And at first you see this guy sitting on a log and it looks like he's floating in the middle of a lake. But then the camera pans over a little to the left and you see this dam. And then the camera goes over the dam and it zooms in on this boat that's against this brush right here. And basically what happened is these people's boat's motor stopped working and it went over the dam. And somehow they luckily managed to get on this log that was caught on the dam. But you see this white water right here is actually impossible to swim in and there's no way to get out of it. And they actually call this area below a dam a death machine. And in the video the people are sitting right here and right below them is this death machine. If you get caught right here you basically spin around and around and there's no getting out of it.
I mean, with the name like Death Machine, they sure had no clue.
My adult crush. He's not my crush.
Okay.
Let me get that straight. He's like a brother. He's a brother. I met Drake in an Australian hotel. I was touring and he was touring too. And honestly, his managers just came up to my dad and said, Drake loves the show. Come to his show tonight. And I was like, oh my God. goodness. And my dad, honestly, he was on T-Mobile. He was on the phone to T-Mobile trying to get us Wi-Fi for Australia. He was like, I don't know who Drake is. And I was like, are you joking me? Drake? He wants to see me? And I was like, okay, we're going. So I got my outfit prepared. I went there and he was such a fanboy and I was such a fangirl that and honestly, we text all the time now. He helps me with everything, just life lessons. He's amazing. He's a great human being. And we went to dinner afterwards and we had dinner the next day and then we met in Sydney. Hotline Bling is one of my favorites, or Passion Fruit, or... there are some songs that I didn't actually know that he was in, and then you're like, that's definitely Drake's voice. And then his new one, she said, do you love me? I tell her only for... Oh, that's such a good song. Passionate from miles away, passionate from miles away, I can't blame it all. I don't know the words though. Or Hotline Bling. I know when I highlight...
I mean, did she clear his name or not?
That I did learn that I could say is people think that these people are sitting in a penitentiary, and most of them are in orange farms. They don't put them in the penitentiaries. They take them to a remote location, but the remote location is never disclosed to the media. And everybody thinks that these big drug lords are sitting in the federal penitentiaries. They're not.
What's the death penalty like?
A lot of them don't get the death penalty because they're too valuable. They're too valuable to the entire organization, and they're too valuable to entire investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So if they end up dead, it's because somebody ordered them to be killed.
Watch this chick. She got her eyes closed. That dude's got his eyes down. That dude's got his eyes down. Now he's got them back up.
Cybersecurity cases, situations with victim consent, and in exigent circumstances. This work requirement...
Man, there's something really fucking weird going on in this world, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, targeted individuals, there's some weird shit going on.
It is simply unfair to ask the intelligence community to both zealously protect our security, while also protecting the constitutional...
See that? Did you see that shit with his eye? Did you see that shit? Y'all saw that, didn't you? He moves his eyes different, one to the left or right, and the other one to the right to the left at different sequences, not at the same intervals. There's something wrong with this shit. That dude's an alien or something. Look. See that shit? See, blinked one down and had one not blink. See them? They're not in sync. Who can do that? I don't do that shit. Some weird shit.
What in the NPC is going on here?
Know the actual truth about Elon Musk? Elon Musk owns X, formerly Twitter, SpaceX, and Tesla. Many see him as the example of the American dream, a motivational figure. But there's a darker side to him that no one is talking about. First, we have to get the data, which we did using a military tool called remote viewing. And this is what we got back.
As a child, something happened at a young age that traumatized me. This is supposed to be kept hidden, dark past, where I could see lights coming on, twinkling in a neighborhood. And up out of a house came this arcing light. And I took it to be an aspect of this person or his consciousness or soul being pulled up like it was an out-of-body experience or a death or near-death experience or an abduction or something.
But it gets even more interesting.
Here we go. Voodoo. Weird occult type stuff. Rituals, spells, eyes wide shut stuff.
We want to show you this new video from the southern border in Sunland Park, New Mexico. Just a few hours ago, our cameras caught this group walking into the country led by cartel guides. One Border Patrol agent there told our own Matt Finn, that mountain, which is in the United States, isn't ours anymore. It belongs to the cartels. That stretch of the border has been one of the busiest sectors over this past week, with more than 1,000 people a day coming across.
Now that's what you call true power. They let it be known publicly that mountain no longer belongs to us.
Child participant in DARPA's Project Pegasus, which was the U.S. time-space program at the time of the emergence of different forms of time travel in the U.S. defense technical community. It's been concealed from the American people. Nikola Tesla's papers from his apartment in the New Yorker Hotel in Manhattan, New York, that had been seized by the War Department upon his death on January 7th of 1943. 25 years later, by 1968, the U.S. defense community had pioneered Tesla teleportation, which is the capability to open up a vortal tunnel in time-space through which somebody can pass, and by the fall of 1970 had found a way to adjust the time of the arrival of the individual via teleportation, backward or forward in time.
Praying is spellcasting. When something goes wrong in your life and you start praying, you're using words to alchemically change your external world. This is a spell, but you are doing it wrong. When you talk, you're creating torus fields, an electromagnetic field, because magic is magnetism, influencing magnetic fields. And you do this every time you talk. However, when you pray from a place of negativity, from a place of suffering, you are sending negative energy out into the ether, and you will get more negative energy back. Instead, you want to pray from a high vibration and believe you already have something. Every word you say is molding and shaping your mind, and your mind is the root cause of your external world. And when people place their hands together to pray, they're actually balancing the two hemispheres of the brain, because they represent the hemispheres of the brain. If you want to protect your electromagnetic field around your body, this EMF technology necklace will help you.
Just one of those reminders, man. You got to be good to yourself.
Glitch of the Matrix with this mirror, man. What is happening? It took me a minute to get this. I was like, okay, what's going on in this picture? The shoe is the same way. Look, it's facing the same way, whether it is in the mirror or not. And he moves his foot to the other side to like prove like, hey, look, my feet are right in the mirror, but the shoe's not. And then he even touches the mirror to show you like, this is a good one, man.
You have to focus on you, not everything around you. Get comfortable being by yourself. If you're not comfortable by yourself, you will project your focus on anything outside of you but you. You can't attract anything you want to attract to you if your focus and therefore your energy is not even on you. Where you put your focus is where you put your energy. Placing your focus and therefore your energy on the outside world instead of on you is not only energetically unattractive.
It's what we call basic gems.
I am a very blessed man. Me and Kathy are very blessed, physically and financially. I've had more people criticize me over that jet. They still can't get over it. Criticize me over my house. They didn't pay for it. I paid for it. Let me tell you why. That's water on a duck's back to me. And I'm going to give you a scripture. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich. When the glory of his house is read that. And pull that up in the Amplified. Verse 16 of Psalms chapter 49, if you can do that. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house.
Well, it's Amplified says it, be not afraid when an ungodly one is made rich.
That's true.
When the wealth and glory of his house are increased, and goes on, for when he dies, he will carry nothing away.
Yeah, I
his
understand.
glory will not descend
See, God don't care if someone's ungodly to be rich or godly to be rich. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever at all. You see what I'm saying?
I saw what he did there. He tried to switch it and flip that around, but if you didn't catch what just happened there, rewind that back.
Absurd. A flying saucer lands in a field. Some guy gets out in a silver suit and then proceeds to fix it as if it's, a car. Opens the side panel and, and then gets in and flies off. And so it's absurd. Look, this is a show. This is meant to make you think and realize that it's absurd. And are you capable of realizing what you're seeing is not at face value? What you're seeing is something which is meant to stimulate you to realize what's really going on or what might be going on behind the scenes. Another way to look at it is if you're a super intelligence that has never interacted with humanity, and you have thoughts about things that are so far afield from what a human could ever interpret, how many layers of translation do you need to go down, right, to tell somebody what it is that they're seeing? And so you're going to, as best you can, fit the narrative to the cultural capabilities of the observer.
So while you guys were busy
being distracted by Chick-fil-A Girl, Puff Daddy, Justin Bieber, and all the other distractions, Gavin Newsom of California signed a AB 665, which permits children the age of 12 and up to emancipate themselves from their parents legally without the parents' consent or knowing, to go to a group home, which the government will pay for their foods, their shelter, everything. So basically your kids can run away and the government will house them. This is a trafficker's dream come true. And so what's gonna happen next is they're gonna drop the legal limit from 18 to 12, meaning kids the age of 12 will be able to date men older or women who are older. Remember, the government's ultimate agenda is to make legal.
A lot of these bills get passed so quietly that nobody talks about them, posts about them, and that's the wild part.
Recently, divers make a shocking discovery. Look, they go down to the depths of the ocean and they see this mermaid. But they discovered two different things, guys. It wasn't just this mermaid. As you can see, this is amazing just to see that. It was the next discovery that caught their attention, and it was like, okay, we know there's mermaids. We know that these beings are in and out of the ocean. We talk about this all the time. We see the orbs, we see the disc, and we see these things. But this next discovery in the depths of the ocean, who would have ever thought in a million years that the divers would dive down this far and then out of the clear blue, this would arise from the ocean. You guessed it. I was blown away. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah, there's aliens down there. There's portals down there. But at the same time, they're building Dollar Generals. It gets weirder and weirder every day.
Cap.
That gives away the International Space Station hoax is the women. Now, women on zero-G planes with long hair, their hair flows naturally in the air. Women on the International Space Station, because this is all fraud, no matter what she does, no matter how she bounces around, you would expect her hair to flow in the air, and it does not happen. Their hair will never look like that, because it's permed.
That you could take a human hair and use it stretched out to push against a wall or a handrail, and it takes really that little effort.
Ever met someone who is so extremely dumb that they don't know how stupid they actually are? Armed with an unhealthy bias of illusory superiority, these low-ability people cannot objectively evaluate their own mental shortcomings. In other words, they are too stupid to know how stupid they are.
You found it? Okay, so riddle me this. This cup broke in the dishwasher. This is the shard we found. Exhibit A. And the way that it is... No, put it in. It's rounded, so it's supposed to go like that. With the lip of the cup on top. And that's the way that it would fit.
Okay, so I just broke this plate, and I was making sure I had all the pieces, and I found this. What the hell? I have no more of these plates. This is, I have only one. Wait, what?
How random is that? All those people just happen to be standing there at that exact moment.
A shadow, and it's flat. It's 2 dimensions, but your body is 3-dimensional. What if your body in 3 dimensions is a shadow of a 4th-dimensional creature? I'm sorry.
28, what's today? 29. Today is April 29th,
And so we are about to see some very intentional things in the month of May. One of the things that I saw that was going to happen in the month of May was there was going to be a tornado in Texas. It's almost like I've seen something like Holly, Texas. I almost want to say Hollywood, but I don't think there's a such thing as Hollywood, Texas, but like Holly, Texas, or something like that. We're going to hear about a tornado.
This was taken in Holly, Texas, about 14 miles northwest of Abilene.
We're going to hear something about 8 people overdosing from drugs in the state of Texas. It's almost like I've seen Austin, Texas, or something like that. You're going to hear about this stuff in the month of May. When I was praying, I seen like Oklahoma, there was like a store owner, like a cell phone store owner who was frustrated because his store kept getting broken into. And so all of this stuff you're going to see in the month of May. It's almost like you're going to see it in the first week of May. Now, something else that is going to happen that I need you to be aware of. I saw in the state of New Jersey like a house explosion, like there was some type of explosion in the state of New Jersey. And so I want us to pray about the state of New Jersey because I've seen some type of like house explosion in the state of New Jersey.
This yet? There is something falling out of the sky in Indonesia, y'all. They said this is Indonesia, but we can't tell what this is. What is that, y'all? It is so hard to decipher what this is. Bro. What? Okay, y'all, I zoomed in, but it's still hard to decipher what this is. That looks like a giant 6, though. It looks like a giant 6, but what? It looks like an eye in the sky. Bro, what is that? What is going on? And you see all those people there. Wow. They did say in the end days that things will start falling out of the sky, y'all, right? The stars in the firmament, right? Look at that. I'm just curious to know what that is because it looks crazy. Look, what's this? All of these distractions going on. Were you guys aware that the white buffalo calf was born 5 days ago, y'all? This is big news, y'all. Y'all need to prepare for what's coming. There is a split coming, y'all. Check this out. Woman told the people that she would return in the form of a white buffalo calf and that it would be both a blessing and a warning. When the white animal shows its sacred color, there will be great changes upon the earth. Listen to this story.
The significance of the white buffalo calf. 19 generations ago, there was a prophecy that was brought to our people, the Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota Nation. This prophecy was brought to us by a woman who is said to have come from the clouds, the stars, to give us an important message and our 7 sacred ceremonies that we still practice to this day. White buffalo calf woman. She appeared first to 2 warriors who were hunting out in the plain. The first message that she brought to our people was through these 2 men. One who had a good heart and one who had a bad heart. The one with the good heart honored her and respected her for his sacredness and wanted to protect her. The warrior with the bad heart instead wanted to take her beauty for himself. As the bad-hearted warrior approached her and attempted to overtake her, there's different teachings on this. In the version that I will share, he disintegrated into dust before her. That teaching was for men to not take from women what they lacked within themselves.